the Terminator of Terror, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I never believed the Hollywood rumors. People love to talk about legends, ghosts in old studios, cursed scripts, actors who mysteriously vanished. But Arnold Schwarzenegger, the idea that he was more than human, that was just a joke. At least, that's what I thought, until he came for me. It started with a simple job, digging through old film archives in the basement of an abandoned Hollywood studio. I was a researcher, a nobody in the industry, hired to sort through forgotten scripts and dusty VHS tapes. That night, the air felt wrong to still. Then the lights flickered, and I heard it. A deep, unnatural clank in the dark. At first, I told myself it was nothing. Old pipes, maybe a loose metal shelf shifting under its own weight. But then I saw them. Footprints. Heavy. Perfectly spaced. Too precise. They led straight to a row of shelves filled with 80s action flicks. And then something moved. I turned, heart hammering. A shadow detached itself from the darkness. Huge. Unstoppable. Arnold Schwarzenegger. But this wasn't the aging, friendly politician from TV interviews. No, this was the Arnold, the Terminator, the Conan, the Predator-killing machine. His eyes glowed red in the dim light, scanning me like a lifeless machine. His jacket, black leather, impossibly crisp, didn't so much as wrinkle as he took a step forward. Then he spoke. I told you, I'll be back. I ran. Because what else do you do when a 7-foot Austrian demigod is haunting you? The archives turned into a maze, endless corridors stacked with forgotten Hollywood history. But no matter which way I turned, I heard him. That steady, unstoppable stride. Clank, clank, clank. I grabbed a metal shelf, yanking it down behind me. It crashed to the floor with a deafening boom. For a second, there was silence. Then, from behind the wreckage, puny obstacle. You lift like a little girly man. The shelf shifted. No, not shifted. It lifted. He curled it. Like a dumbbell. I sprinted faster, dodging through the archives, my breath ragged. I needed to hide. I needed a weapon. But this was a film archive. My choices were a stack of old VHS tapes, a dusty reel of Jingle All the Way. Useless. I ducked into a darkened corner, pressing myself against the cold shelves, trying to control my breathing. Silence. Had I lost him? Then, right behind me, a huge hand clamped onto my shoulder. It's not a tumor, he whispered. I screamed. No one knew where Arnold came from. Some said he was built in an Austrian lab, the product of top-secret genetic experiments. Others claimed he was never human at all, but some ancient, muscle-bound entity bound to Hollywood, fueled by box office returns and protein shakes. But the worst rumor, the one-liner curse. It was said that if you heard him say one of his classic lines 3 times, you disappeared. Gone. Erased. Forgotten like a bad direct-to-DVD sequel. I thought it was just a joke. Until that night. Because as he loomed over me, eyes glowing like molten steel, he smiled and said it again. It's not a tumor. My vision blurred. My ears rang. It was like my brain was melting. He was trying to erase me. I scrambled backward, knocking over a film canister, desperate to break the cycle. My hand landed on something, a dusty, forgotten VHS tape. Its label read, "Stop Arnold, Final Cut." My only chance. I yanked the old VCR from the shelf, jammed the tape inside. Static filled the air. A voice crackled through the room. The only way to stop him is to do what no one ever dared. My hands shook. I swallowed hard. And then I said it. You're out of shape, Arnold. Silence. The air went still. Arnold's red eyes flickered. His expression faltered just for a second. Then his massive frame shuddered. The walls trembled. A deep, guttural no shook the entire building. The wind roared as a massive vortex opened behind him, sucking in shelves, VHS tapes, film reels. Arnold reached for me, muscles straining, but the force was too strong. With one last scream, he was pulled into the void of forgotten action stars. And then, just like that, he was gone. The next morning, the studio was empty. No signs of destruction, no proof of what happened. Except for one thing. A single, neatly folded Predator poster sat on the floor. At the bottom, scrawled in thick black marker, were 3 words, "I'll be back." I burned it. But somehow, deep down, I knew it wouldn't be enough. Warning, you've entered the Terminator of Terror zone. Listen up, cyberhumans. If you want to survive the horror, the suspense, and the absolutely ridiculous, then it's time to lock in. Like this video before Arnold himself materializes in your living room demanding your clothes, your boots, and your subscription. Subscribe or risk being hunted down by an unstoppable force of absurdity and terror. Comment below, tell us which celebrity should be the next terrifying legend. Who knows? They might already be watching you. Come back every Friday for a new celebrity horror story. Some of them may be true, some may not. But let's be honest, does that even matter anymore? Now get to the chopper. Get to the notification bell and turn it on. Because the horror doesn't wait. And neither does the Terminator of Terror. We'll be back. Will you?